Welcome back to the Tastebuds podcast. As always, it's Drew, aka Big Red Belly.
Ben, aka Sauce.
And Kenneth, also known as Infinite K.
We got an action-packed episode for you today. Obviously, the NFL draft has wrapped up, so we are going to break down that. We have the NBA playoffs going in full force, little MLB news, and maybe a little rivals talk at the end. But before we get into all that, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. The semester is winding down here in Chicago. I'm about to graduate, and I heard the numbers on the broadcast is coming to my graduation. I didn't really invite them. They kind of invited themselves, which is kind of annoying, but it's okay. It's whatever. But yeah.
Wow. Really powerful stuff there. Kenneth, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. It was a fun time up in Pittsburgh over the weekend. It was nice seeing all the happy faces and of the fans. I signed a lot of great things for the fans, obviously, and it was just an all-around fun time. I'm happy that I was able to spend time with my sisters, and I was able to enjoy city life up in Pittsburgh.
Great. Well, if anything else, let's roll into it. The NFL draft has all been wrapped up. There was some crazy drama.
Woohoo!
All of our teams did some crazy stuff. Before we get into that, do you want to go over our mock draft that we did in the last episode? If you haven't checked it out, please go check that out before you listen to this.
Yep. Little spoiler warning for everyone.
Yep. Oh yeah, go check out the last episode if you haven't heard.
Right.
Great episode.
Yep.
Actually, if you want to see our predictions for the draft that already happened, doesn't that sound fun to listen to? Let's jump into it.
All right.
I don't know.
Let's go over the first pick. We all chose, or Andrew chose Cam Ward, and he obviously went number 1. I, with the Browns pick at number 2, said Travis Hunter was going to get drafted. We actually traded that pick, and obviously the Jaguars got that pick. We kind of fleeced them, if you think about it.
Yes.
We got the Jaguars' first-round pick for next year, and that's pretty good. And Travis Hunter went number 2. Giants had the 3rd pick. Ben chose that. Abdul Carter went number 3 to the Giants.
I'll be back in 90 seconds.
All right.
You keep going. You keep going, Kenneth.
So at number 4, Andrew had that pick for the Patriots. He chose Josh Simmons. They did take an O-line, but it was not Josh. It was actually Will Campbell.
It seems that for the Josh Simmons thing, people are much more worried about the injury concern.
Yeah.
Like, I get injuries are just like a super big deal when you're NFL draft because he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs got him at the last pick in the second to last pick in the draft. No, actually, we traded it, so they did get the last pick in the first round. Yeah.
Yep.
Which I think is a fucking fantastic pick. Obviously, I had him going at 4. I think he's the best O lineman in the class.
Yeah.
And that for replacement for Joe Tooney is going to be great.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
keep running.
To keep going, at number 5, I had that pick with the Jaguars, but obviously in real life it was the Browns because they flipped, and it was Mason Graham, and obviously Mason Graham.
Which is that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I respect it because we need interior D-line help than outside or edge rusher, obviously, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you have the best edge rusher in the league. Yeah.
I could get into it right now, but I'll get into it later when we go over our teams. 6, Armand Membu from Ben. Ben picked that for the Raiders. And it was
Membo's some guy.
And it was actually Ashton Genty.
I love that pick for them. I really do.
He goes to the coach that gave Marshawn Lynch 1,000 carries in a season, except for on the 1-yard line. Let's keep it rolling.
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
The Jets. Andrew had this one, and he said Will Campbell. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It was Armand Membu. He
fell in the mock draft.
Life. Yeah, he fell in the mock draft, but Armand Membu was picked.
Still picked an offensive lineman, yeah.
Yeah. Now for me, I had the Panthers pick at number 8. I chose Jalen Walker for them, or Jalon Walker. They actually chose
Mhm.
Tet McMillan at number 8.
I love that so much for Bryce Young, the big guy that they able to really help him out. That's such a different like fold to their offense.
Oh
That's
yeah.
good. They're going to be fun next.
Oh
They're
yeah.
going to be fun.
Oh yeah. And at number 9, Ben had that pick and he chose Shador Sanders. And in real life, they chose Kelvin Banks. We'll talk about Shador Sanders later on after we
I
go
like the
over
Kelvin Banks
this.
pick though.
Oh yeah, Kelvin
A
Banks.
lot of people don't.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't like it. I think he's fine.
I mean, we'll talk. We'll probably obviously talk about who they picked later as their quarterback, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Most of y'all probably already know. And
Yes.
then Andrew had the 10th pick. He chose Ashton Genty. They actually chose Colston Loveland, which is kind of weird. Chose the
I
second
can
best tight end
see it. I can see it being good. I mean,
because they
again,
have
he's literally like a wide receiver.
they
He,
chose him because they have Cole Kmet, and Cole Kmet and Tyler Warren are kind of similar in body size.
but yeah, literally, Loveland is he gets in and out of his breaks like a wide receiver. So
Yeah.
that could be a really interesting piece to the offense where you
Yeah.
actually can line him up out wide, and he's still a big guy. So I don't I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. Let's
Yeah.
keep it rolling.
Um I had the 49ers pick and I chose Walter Nolan. He went 16th in the actual draft, but he actually
Not that crazy.
the Niners picked Mykel Williams out of Georgia.
Great pick. It's a great pick.
Oh yeah. Um
I think he's gonna be awesome.
oh yeah, especially alongside Nick Bosa, gonna be great and whatnot.
Yep. I had him mocked there, so look at me.
Welcome back. There you go.
And number 12, the snipe from Benjamin, Tyler Booker going to the Cowboys. He ran down that alleyway so fast. I
He's
saw.
a fun dude.
Oh yeah,
He'll fire you up.
I saw a meme where he's happy because he gets February's off. Love the
Yeah,
banter.
rest in peace, the Cowboys.
And
I what?
and January's for the most part.
Oh, and I think it's Andrew. Okay, keep rolling.
All right, Miami. Andrew said they were gonna pick Azarie Thomas, cornerback.
This is
DB.
called a I like that guy, so I'm gonna reach in the first round just to show him I like him. Yeah, that he was. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't even know where he went. I
I
think he
think
went
he
in the
went.
third round.
I think he went second or third. Yeah. But
Oh, okay.
they
Yeah.
actually picked Kenneth Grant here, D tackle, Michigan. Yeah.
I think it's a good pick because historically, for not historically, but for the last couple of years, Miami's kind of been known as like a soft, like fast, gimmicky team.
Yeah.
This is like a hard nosed football player.
I mean,
Like
that's what
like you
they
know what I
needed.
mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what their entire draft addressed. Even if like they're gonna be a more like hard nosed football team, which I think
Yeah.
is good for Miami because they're literally like pretty boys, like fun offense, super fast,
Yeah.
and their entire draft kind of addressed that. I don't think we're gonna talk about the Dolphins again, but
And
yeah,
last year they
that's what I
drafted
got.
Chop Robinson out of Penn State. Shout out the
Providence.
Lions,
Yeah.
but he was a solid edge rusher, so they're kind of filling out that D line. To keep it going, I got this pick right in our mock draft with Indianapolis picking Tyler Warren at 14, and let's keep it rolling. And the Falcons with the last pick that we did
Yep.
in the podcast, Ben chose Mykel Williams. They actually
Yep.
chose Jalon Walker and
Yep.
linebacker
Very
Georgia.
happy for. I would have had us taking Jalon Walker if Kenneth didn't have him going to the Panthers at 8. And I thought Mykel Williams was the next best guy in this draft. But obviously,
It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
I mean, it's difference between edge rusher and linebacker. I guess just depends on what you need and what you're looking for. And that's it for our
While
comparison.
we're on the
Oh, keep going.
yep.
You talk.
No, yeah. You can wrap this up. I was just connecting us to keep us rolling. Yeah, that's our comparison. But while we're on the topic of Jelon Walker, then let's just break down the entirety of the Falcons draft.
Oh
They
yeah, I'd love.
obviously picked. Oh, you say something, Ben?
Oh, I said yeah, I'd love to. I made a good video on draft night about the trade and the two selections, and I screen recorded some highlights of both.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can't hear you, Ben.
I think we lost him.
We're losing you. We lost him.
We lost him.
But while he's talking about
I
that,
just arrived
he's back.
at my Jordan's old house, so I can't connect it to the Wi-Fi, so that's why I glitched
Okay.
out. But anyways, I made a video where I screen recorded highlights of Jelon Walker and James Pierce. I talked about the trade. I overlaid it with me talking. It's a nice video. I uploaded it and it got 2 views. So
Hell
I don't know
yeah.
if I got shadow banned or if it's because it's copyrighted, so it's not being shared as much, or if I just really fell off. But yeah, so that's there if anybody wants to see it. But our first round pick, watching the broadcast, it said Jelon Walker had a less than 1% chance to go at or to be available at pick 15. And the Falcons took a lot of time to make the selection. They took 8 minutes of the 10 minutes. And it's either one, because they were planning on him not being there and we're going to take James Pierce. So they're deciding which one to take. And then secondly, I think they were like, okay, we'll take Jelon Walker and then let's use this 10 minutes to try to get a trade back into the first round to pick James Pierce. And then obviously James Pierce fell 11 more picks and at pick 26. We jump back up, giving away a first round pick next year, as well as trading our second round pick this year for their third round pick. So it was a hefty price, but we got our guy. We got 2 great edge rushers. And then in the third round with the Rams pick, we got a safety to replace Justin Simmons. In the fourth round, we got a nickel cornerback to replace D. Alford, who was pretty bad. And then we got Nick Nash with he was an undrafted guy. He was second in the nation in receiving yards, first in the nation in receiving touchdowns, and I think he had the most.
Oh, we lose him again.
We lost him again.
We lost him again. I don't even know
Oh
what he's
my God.
talking about.
Talk about the Falcons.
Free agents.
No, just what they did in the draft and undrafted stuff. They're just saying he's saying how they filled out their roster.
Yeah.
While he's gone, I'll quickly give my thoughts on the Falcons. I think it's pretty simple. If they suck this year, then they failed epically. They need to be
yeah.
good, because giving up your first round for next year is a gamble,
Oh
but
yeah.
they fully believe that they're in contending mode. So again, I know it kind of sounds arbitrary to say that if you suck this year, then your draft was a failure. But because they traded their first for next year, it really is. I think it really comes down to, are they contenders this year? They have to make the playoffs. Ben, are you back? No, he's not back.
He
Okay,
is not
well,
back.
I don't have much else to say. Do you want to say anything about them?
I mean, which players did he go over? I know he probably went over the first round
He's going
picks.
over every single one right now.
Did he go over Xavier
He's just kind of
Watts?
rolling through. Did he?
I wasn't paying attention, but I heard him say
I think he
undrafted
said.
free
I think he
agent.
said. Might have said that.
Well,
He did. I think he said that.
I mean, yeah, they did
Well,
draft
while
two
he's getting back,
safeties. They did take 2
Yep.
safeties. They took a tackle, Jack Nelson from Wisconsin. I don't know why I said it like that. But I think Xavier Watts and Jesse Bates are going to be hand in hand great safeties, great secondary together. Billy Bowman's going to do decent. apparently from Mark Raimondi of ESPN, says a bit of a surprise pick considering the Falcons already drafted Xavier Watts in the second round and have other needs like defensive tackle and center. And he's like a ball hawk and has even more speed. 4.42 in the 40 and 11 interceptions over 3 college seasons, including 6 in 2023. And maybe they could try him at nickel corner. But yeah, that's all I've got from that.
Ben,
what are we talking about? Yep.
We're talking about the Falcons.
Okay.
I basically remember. I think I talked to you about this, but I went over quickly. I was like, I know it kind of sounds arbitrary to say, and you can say this about any team. But if you guys aren't in the playoffs this year, it's a failure because you gave up your first round pick.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like we have a playoff caliber team roster, but the thing is, so many teams are going to be good. The Bengals are going to bounce back. The 49ers are going to bounce back. The Bears are going to bounce back. And
you just say the Bengals?
Yes.
Wrong conference, bud.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why that.
Talking about for draft positioning.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about for playoff contention. I was like, that's not relevant. Yeah, keep going.
So, we're gonna probably do better than we did last year, but I feel like so are many other teams. So it's gonna be that much harder to make the playoffs and go deep to make our draft pick a high one, which I think it could blow up in our face. But this is another pod topic. But Kirk Cousins is more than likely going to be our backup, especially now that we trade our first round pick. Because if Penix goes down for the year, week 2, and we have to trot out Eason Stick for the year, we're going to be a bottom 10 team, and we're going to give up a top 10 pick. But obviously, if we keep Kirk Cousins, we can still be pretty competitive because he's one of the best backups in the league. So, and plus, basically every team has their quarterbacks, assuming the Steelers get A-Rod. So,
they will
Howard.
Yeah, I think we'll briefly cover the Steelers later. Or do you want to do it now?
They have Will Howard. Now we'll just We'll just continue with our teams.
Do you want to say anything else about the Falcons, Ben, or you want to keep rolling?
No, we can keep going.
Kenneth, the Browns, one of the most maybe active or in the news teams this draft cycle.
Yeah.
They start off with a bang about they trade their second pick for an absolute haul to the Jaguars, and they pick up Travis Hunter, and you guys trade down to 5 to get Mason Graham. What do you think about that move?
Repeat that one more time. Is it the Hunter Graham move?
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that. Personally, it was a surprise to me. I'm okay with Mason Graham, because we kind of need defensive help, like defensive interior D tackle help. But I mean, we could have got Abdul Carter, but then people were saying, or like someone made a good point saying how you can't have 2 good outside D line. They could just run up the middle and like mess us up. But Mason Graham, I respect him. I love him. He really wants to win the game, win games for us, and our D tackles, D line, interior really needs good help. And
you know what he's gonna do, right?
What's that?
He's gonna boost the fuck out of your run defense.
Oh yeah.
So again, you could think about it like his biggest problem kind of is that he doesn't consistently get pressure on the quarterback, but he can learn. My point was, who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
you have the best edge rusher in the league.
Literally,
that's what I mean. That's why I think it's such a good fit. But yeah, you keep going. I just wanted to say my piece on Mason Graham real quick.
I mean, yeah, he played on one of the best like run scheme team colleges of all time, and that's the University of Michigan. Like, yeah, they had a rough year. Yeah, Donovan Edwards sucked, but shout out him. He went he went undrafted, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gonna be such a good player for us. He'll boost our D line drastically. He can definitely learn from Myles Garrett on how to be better pass rushing, but like that won't happen until like a year after his
Yeah, it's
rookie
fine. I
year.
mean, it's not like the biggest problem. I was just saying
Yeah.
how the fit'll work so well that he's going to be able to just swallow up any run up the middle,
Oh yeah.
which is huge.
Oh yeah. And we had the Jaguars first round pick, and them picking Travis Hunter at number 2 isn't gonna really it will, honestly. I think they could win at least 7 games. They could be a
They can be competitive.
500. Yeah, they'll be competitive, but it just depends on how Trevor Lawrence will do, how Travis Hunter pans out, how everyone else on the team.
BTJ and Travis Hunter could be real. It's going to be fun. I
Oh
think
yeah,
I think it's really good for the Jaguars because they're just kind of like this
they're kind of a fun
team
team.
that doesn't get like I'm just like this like historically they're like this team. And T Law was fun, but he hasn't really risen to stardom. I think Travis Hunter, BTJ, and T Law, they're going to put butts in seats and they're going to
Oh
be
yeah,
talked about more nationally. And I think that alone is kind of a win for the Jags. I know it's just kind of like such a low bar for the franchise, but yeah, I don't hate it for them. And the Browns get off with a good player and some great draft capital because I do not think the Panthers. I mean, I don't think the Jaguars are going to be good next year. That first round pick is going to be
it's gonna be.
muy nice.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be very nice.
If you look at Jaguars Twitter, all of their whole fan base is super pumped up about the trade, even though I think they clearly lost, just because they have an exciting player
That's what I was saying.
and
But
Yeah, like it
it's the
just
new
put butts in
regime.
seats, have fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's also Travis Hunter. Like,
yeah, and you're getting 2 players in one.
oh yeah,
So
you're getting 2 players in one, so they kind of like, yeah, it'll be good. It's good that they got Travis Hunter. It's even better that we got 2 first round picks next year.
I think it's a win-win.
Yeah,
But on paper, Browns are make off better. But
yeah,
both teams at least are able to enjoy this trade.
yeah.
Let's keep rolling. Your second round pick.
Um,
What do
I
you,
know
this is where it gets. I'm not a huge fan of the draft. This is where it already kind of
this is
falls off for me.
this is questionable, but he was one. He was a finalist for the best linebacker in the entire like college country. Um, he had just missed 4 tackles. This is the key stats from Daniel Oyefusi off of ESPN's one of his articles going over the Cleveland Browns draft pick. His key stat is that Schlesinger had just 4 missed tackles in 2024, according to Sports Info Solutions. There were 47 FBS players with at least 100 tackles in 2024. His 4 missed tackles were the fewest among those players. That will be helpful for the Browns defense that struggled with tackling last season. Cleveland allowed the 7th most yards after contact per rush last season at 1.87. To put him next to Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah and fix our linebacker, like I know Ryan was mad at this pick, but we need linebackers, and I know from my Madden experiences on while rebuilding the Browns that our linebackers are the worst they could have ever been, except for Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. That's why I back up this pick because it was unexpected. Let's be honest. I'm gonna be honest, but we needed that position, and I feel like we filled that spot perfectly, and whatnot. And then our other second round pick, which was like a few picks after, we picked Quinshawn Judkins. I know Ryan didn't really like this pick either. He didn't like any of our picks. What's that?
Do you think he's a top 40 player in this draft?
Quinshawn?
Yeah, I don't.
Um,
I think he's maybe top 100. I
yeah,
think this is a reach, and I think this is where I know positional values talked about a lot. This is high for a running back. I think that
yeah,
running backs that went in the 4th and 5th round could be just as productive as Quinshawn will be for the next
yeah,
coming years.
yeah,
And that's why I don't think I mean I still think he can be great, but I'm saying to spend a top 40 pick on this guy is I think it's bad business. But
I mean,
Matt, what are you gonna do?
I respect the pick because obviously we needed a running back, and he's kind of like Nick Chubb in a way, in a sense, because of his size and the way he runs. Adding Judkins as a physical runner is a nice compliment to Jerome Ford, who has been a big play threat in his career. That's his take, Daniel. And his key stat is that Judkins has 179 forced missed tackles since 2022, the fourth most in FBS in that span. Last season, the Browns were tied for 16th in yards after contact per rush at 1.69. I think he's a solid pick. He went to Ohio State. Yeah, we probably could have gone with Travion Henderson, but we did not need a faster running back than Jerome Ford because Jerome Ford is going to fill that role perfectly. Nick Chubb and Jerome Ford would have been perfect pre Nick Chubb injury, but Quinshon Judkins is just a younger version of Nick Chubb in a way, and I like the way he runs. He runs really good, and obviously he's was on the best team in college.
I think it was just picked way too high. You could have got him maybe a round or two later. That's it. Yeah, he can still be good.
Yep.
Okay. Do you wanna keep rolling?
Yeah, I'll talk about just the names and whatnot. Round 3 we picked Harold Fannin Jr.
Yeah, this is.
I'll keep it going because these are kind of weird. Harold Fannin, we have a tight end. I respect the pick because he's a tight end.
Njoku's always hurt.
Yeah, and Njoku gets.
You don't
hurt.
gotta say much else. Yeah.
Yep. Dylan Gabriel at round 3. Now I thought.
Yeah, we do need to talk about this.
This should have been Shedeur. I feel like this should have.
I'm shocked.
This could have been someone else.
Why are you picking him this high? Like what?
Yeah.
And I do think Dylan Gabriel. I think he moves okay. Yeah. I think he's smart with the ball. He doesn't take a lot of sacks, but you're as a third round pick, you're picking him over Shedeur.
Yeah,
I know, but still.
Yeah.
Like you're picking him over Shedeur and other quarterbacks. I think it's bad. I think it's bad business, and I think it's even worse
that
the fact you also
drafted,
picked Shedeur.
Yeah, like we could have gotten a back. We could have gotten an extra running back in Cam Scatterboo, Bashal Tootin, who were picked right after.
They went in the 5th round, I think.
They went in the 4th.
They went
like right after.
They went in the 4th. Yeah. It was Bashal, then immediately Scatterboo. Yeah.
Yeah, we could have picked a wide receiver in Jalen Lane.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we could have picked.
We were just going through tech boys. Okay.
I mean, they're
I was just. Shout them out.
I mean, they're the best players I'm seeing that are left up.
Yeah.
Keandre Lambert-Smith. Yeah.
So fast.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But we definitely could have went with like a wide receiver here, and I feel like I would have been perfectly fine with that. But I mean, I feel like this pick was like a Kevin Stefanski pick or someone that wanted him.
Yeah, because this is a weird pick, and again, it's high, and it's even worse the fact that you signed Joe Flacco, and you just your quarterback room is so weird. You traded for Kenny Pickett, and then you picked Dylan Gabriel, and then you also picked Shedeur Sanders, which we'll get to when you get there. But yeah,
I'm gonna go over Daniel's take. Because this is his take. The Browns ended day 2 with a quarterback, but with Shedeur Sanders, whom the team spent extensive time with during the pre-draft process, still on the board, it wasn't the passer many expected. Instead, Cleveland opted for Gabriel, an undersized 6 foot, 200-pound, but experienced quarterback who spent 6 years in college. The Browns met with Gabriel multiple times, and despite his size, ultimately felt comfortable making him the long-awaited rookie addition to the quarterback's room. When asked about the second tier of quarterbacks in the draft, an AFC scout named Gabriel as a wild card, comparing him to the San Francisco 49ers' Brock Purdy, another quarterback with less than ideal measurables but accuracy in the pocket.
Again, I don't even hate Dylan Gabriel. I actually kind of like him. I had him at like quarterback 4th or 5. I just it's a weird pick over other guys, and it's a weird pick at round 3 when you also get Shedeur.
Yeah.
I think I said that like 4 times. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he threw the fastest pass at a scene at like of all time at like 70 something miles per hour, breaking
he had a good
record.
Arm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A great arm. He has good accuracy. I love him. He's obviously an Oregon boy, so I'm gonna glaze him a little bit, obviously. And yeah, to move on, we drafted in round 4 Dylan Sampson. They have a picture of Shedeur up here for us for some reason, but he's running back Tennessee. He was a third-team All-American and SEC Offensive Player of the Year in 2024.
This is another weird thing. You're doubling up on another position that you already picked instead of filling out other places.
I mean,
I don't know. It's just it's an interesting process.
We have Quinshon Judkins, Jerome Ford, Dylan Sampson, and Pierre Strong.
Mm-hmm.
Pierre Strong's not that bad.
No, he's not. He's bad. He's not good. Don't ever say that. And last, to wrap it up, our draft, round 5, pick number 144, Shedeur Sanders, quarterback, Colorado.
Do you guys have any guesses on why he dropped so far?
It's because
or do you have any theory?
I feel like it's because of pre-draft stuff and like his cockiness and whatnot.
Right.
Even though it's just,
I don't think he's that cocky.
Pierre Strong averaged 4.2 yards per carry.
I don't care. That's
not bad.
I don't
26.
Care. Yeah,
I
could.
So
I mean,
scary.
He's not good. I don't want to. This is Shedeur Sanders. I don't care about Pierre Strong.
Did Pierre Strong go? Was he a Falcons guy?
No, he was a Patriots.
Then why are you arguing this guy?
Because Kenneth said
why are you arguing that
he said never say that he's good again. He averaged 4.2 for your running back 3. That's not bad, especially when you're tanking. You don't need to spend a 5th or a 6th on a running back 3. You can get Donovan Edwards to be a running back 3 for free.
Let's talk about Shedeur.
Yeah, Shedeur.
I think he fell because he has a weak arm. One of his biggest problems is that he loves to be outrunning and improvising, which he is just okay at. It's not where he's best at. And I think a lot of people looked at him, looked at those flaws, saw a guy that wasn't super coachable, and decided to drop on him. I don't think it's always the cockiness. I think it's a guy that is maybe not stuck on his ways, but is confident in what he can do. And and a lot of people don't think it's going to translate as well to the NFL because I think what he is good at, and is why I give him so many Jalen Hurts comps. Yeah, he's a pocket. He's more of a pocket passer. Yeah. He's more of a quick read the field. Like I think Jalen Hurts actually is. He's a runner too, but it's not like he's an improviser like a Josh Allen, a Lamar Jackson, even a C.J. Stroud or Jordan Love or of course Patrick Mahomes. And you have to reel those guys in. Like that's why I think Jalen was really bad last year, is because the quarterback coach became our 2 years ago, became our offensive coordinator, and Jalen was improvising more than ever, and that's just not his skill set. And so people are looking at Shedeur. They're looking at the fact that he might not be able to be super coached, and he kept falling and falling and falling and falling, and the Browns got him at a super high, like a great price. For a guy that was what? You said wait?
I said oh yeah.
Yeah. I do think this is interesting though. You know the owner said you have to draft Shedeur here.
I mean, I feel like
it wasn't.
Is that confirmed?
It wasn't Stefanski.
It was Andrew Berry.
I mean, I've seen a lot of rumors.
I mean, it's because it was our last pick of the entire draft.
And but I don't think Stefanski wanted him. And again, it just feels like there's not like, it's not like the best, like, I don't know, like business, the way you guys drafted. I don't even hate the people you drafted. I just think the positions and the weird scenario you're in. I think like the hella big quarterback room, the taking multiple running backs. I love the start of the draft. I think Schlesinger could be interesting.
Yep.
He's a good coverage guy, but I don't super love him, but it's fine. But yeah, that's all I got to say on the Browns. You can wrap up what you think about Shador and you too, Ben.
We can talk about the prank call too.
Oh yeah, shout out the
Yeah.
Falcons.
Falcons GM or coordinator, his son,
Defensive coordinator's son.
his son prank called Shador, and blah 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 blah, and he apologized.
Did you see? Yeah, dude. Did you see Shador? Like he took the call privately and didn't even say anything about it. Like I think again, Shador is everything I've seen from him, like business wise, is he seems like mature as one can be.
I mean,
I
yeah.
just think Colorado and Dion did so much like talking him up, and he's in the public eye so much is that like people think I think him as an actual player. I don't think he's like I don't know like that big of a cocky like
Yeah, he's just
problem. He might be hard to coach.
He's just confident. That's all he is.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I don't
just
hate
really confident in himself.
I actually I like Shador as a player. I mean, as a person or like a personality.
Yep. And
Okay.
Daniel's.
Do you want to say anything else?
I'm just gonna go over Daniel's take. His take is
Sure.
Sanders' shocking slide into day 3 ended with him headed to the Browns, a team that spent extensive time evaluating him throughout the pre-draft process. Cleveland double-dipped on the quarterback position after taking Dillon Gabriel in the 3rd round, and now Sanders enters a remodeled quarterback room that also includes Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Deshaun Watson, who is expected to miss a significant portion of the 2025 season. The Browns were active throughout the first
Watson
2 days.
will not play for the Browns again.
He will never. Yeah, that's real. The Browns were active throughout the first 2 days of the draft, trading back from number 2 to get an extra 2nd rounder and 2026 first rounder. General Manager Andrew Berry spoke about maximizing value in the draft, and this could be the ultimate value pick, getting a player who was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects on the final day of the draft. With the Browns' unsettled quarterback room, Sanders should have an opportunity to compete to be a starter and put a disappointing slide behind him. Now, I agree about that last statement about him definitely being able to be a starter. Maybe not day 1. I think he'll work his way up. I don't think he'll start.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, who's your day 1 starter?
I think we got to go with Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Unless Dillon Gabriel or Deshaun Watson, Dillon Gabriel or Shador Sanders, like, prove to the coach, hey, this is the guy that should be starting day 1. But I mean, I don't think we need to, I don't think we need to push them into the fire immediately because we're not gonna. I don't think we're a playoff team. We're like 1 season away from becoming one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe Sanders is gonna put that slide behind him. He was completely fine. He was joking with Shiloh. I've seen clips of him and Shiloh just joking around and whatnot. And I feel like Shador was kind of expecting this. I don't
know if he was expecting it.
Yeah.
But it did happen.
It happened, and I feel like he treated it the way that an athlete is.
I know. I agree with that. Absolutely.
And he's mature, and I feel like he's going to be really great for us, and I think he'll be a good quarterback. That's all we did in the draft. Recently, we signed Deontay Johnson.
You guys did?
Yeah, like an hour ago.
Oh my god.
Yep, that's it. I don't want to talk about it. And Eagles, right?
The Birds. Great draft. Yep. I mean, it's Howie Roseman again. He picks guys that fall. He picks best players available. He gets Jod Campbell, who
Antoine Powell.
I didn't love. He did get APR too. Yeah, APR way down low. He got my guy. I can't believe they got my favorite guy ever.
Oh yeah.
They got Andrew McCullough, who I've been screaming at the world is like maybe the only first round, like the way I see it, the only like first round safety that I would want to take, and we got him in the second round. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He's the GOAT. I can't wait to see Jihad. He seems fired up. We got like Kenneth said, we got a tech boy way down low. Maybe he can do something. That'd be awesome.
You also got Kyle McCord.
We did get Kyle McCord as a backup now. That is, I don't know.
Andrew didn't know who that was.
No, I didn't.
Kyle
didn't
McCord is legendary. He played for
Is
Ohio.
he actually legendary, or is he just like a white guy? That's kind of cool.
He's pretty good. He's a pretty good quarterback.
Who did he play for again?
He played
Syracuse.
for Ohio State, then transferred to Syracuse.
Is he old, or is that the other one?
With Tyler Shuck, yeah, that's old.
Yeah, Tyler Shuck. Oh my God,
Kyle McCord.
We still need to talk about him.
That's late. That's
we're
after.
gonna.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Can I give you Tim McManus's take on Kyle McCord real quick?
Sure.
Tim McManus 2 days ago, his ESPN news analysis of the picks, his take on Kyle McCord. The Eagles continue to invest in the quarterback position, even with franchise signal caller Jalen Hurts in the fold. McCord led the FBS in passing yards and set the ACC's single-season passing yards record with 4,779 passing yards. In his lone season with the Orange, after leaving Ohio State for Syracuse, the Philadelphia native threw 34 touchdowns to 12 interceptions last year. Philadelphia traded Kenny Pickett to the Browns this offseason. Even with a lot of faith in backup Tanner McKee, the Eagles always want to make sure their quarterback room is as stacked as possible.
I did see someone break him down. He shared the ball crazy.
Oh yeah.
I think all the receivers there were able to get something. You know what I mean? Like he really.
Yeah,
he distributes the rock well, which I mean that sounds good. He's a good passer, so I like it. I mean I think it's cool. And again, I love our draft again. I freaking love our first two picks, and then I feel like APR. I mean I don't even know. I really after the first two picks I'm like I'm gonna really focus on what the Eagles are doing. But yeah, great stuff. Like always.
Yep.
Way to go. Okay. We're want to talk about Tyler Shaw. Because Ben, you said before Shaw. Ben, you were
Why is it
we got a Shuck.
Why is it Slaw?
Shuck?
It's Shuck.
No, I said
Tyler
Shaw.
Shuck. Yeah, it's Tyler Shuck.
Shuck?
Yep.
Shuck.
Like corn.
Ben,
Shucking corn.
That's Chuck. Or whatever.
Yeah, went to our division rivals. He's going to be 26 years old when the season starts.
Why are you sounding so sad about him?
He's so bad.
He's the future of the Saints.
Guys, let's play a game. Who's older, Tyler Shuck or Jalen Hurts?
Tyler Shuck or Trevor Lawrence?
Well, do you know who older, Jalen Hurts or Tyler Shuck?
Tyler Shuck will be.
Actually, no, it is Jalen by a couple months.
Wow.
But that's just put into perspective. Jalen has been to 2 Super Bowls, and they are basically the same age.
Yep.
It is a weird pick to pick someone so old, even though I don't even hate him. I saw someone also break him down. Like he has some tools to be like a quarterback, but not like a high level starter. I don't know. Another awesome pick from the Saints. What a draft.
His pro comp is Joe Flacco.
And he's already 26. That seems fair. Okay.
Let's go over Catherine Terrell's take on it. If I can get to it real quick. My take. There has been months of speculation about the Saints quarterback situation and whether they would select a quarterback early in this draft. While the Saints passed on a quarterback in the first round, they added 25-year-old Shuck with the 40th pick, adding instant intrigue to that position with Derek Carr's shoulder injury. New Orleans general manager Mickey Loomis has always had a point to get his coaches the quarterback of their choosing. Free agent Drew Brees for Sean Payton, free agent Carr for Dennis Allen. Kellen Moore's first quarterback addition came via a new avenue for the Saints, who have not chosen a quarterback in the first 2 rounds since Archie Manning in 1971. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Saints are not a problem in this division, and they are not about to be one.
yeah.
So Ben's happy.
Yep.
Want to talk about some other quarterback craziness?
The
Giants
Jackson Dart's not that bad. I mean,
Dart.
that's not.
Why do you think that?
That's not the worst.
Do you know what does he do good other than run?
I don't know. That's the thing is we gotta.
He had a super coddled offense where it was heavy RPO, so he didn't have to read the field. He does have a crazy arm, but he doesn't have the mind or the feel to actually use it. He is a good runner. It is literally Daniel Jones again, and they traded up to get this guy.
Talking about Dart.
Yep.
What? Yeah,
Yep.
we're talking about Dart. I don't know. I think it's what is gonna finally get these guys fired. By the way, I like Jackson Dart a lot. He's like Anakin or some shit. He loves Star Wars. I've seen him with Gruden. He seems like an awesome dude. I want to root for the. I genuinely don't think he's very good. Like I like him as
snap count.
What's it again?
Purple. Collapse once.
He seems like a cool personality. He's like he literally like.
Do you have a fake snap count? Yeah, and he collapsed twice.
I know. He seems like an awesome kid, and I like it. I like his eye black. I like the way he's Anakin. The edits are awesome, but I just don't think he's gonna be that good of a player. And I think it's insane they traded up to get him. It's so funny.
On a brighter note, I think he could be good.
Okay.
He has a higher ceiling than Shedeur Sanders because he has a bigger arm. He's more physically gifted.
He's a better
runner sitting behind Jameis Winston and Tommy DeVito and more importantly Russell Wilson for a year or so. I think he has a chance to develop before he gets out on the field, which is what he needs.
He needs a lot of development mentally and play speed a lot. Like he's awful there. You're basically it's one of those picks where you're betting on the physicals rather than the current talent. Yeah. But could be interesting. I don't know. It'd be cool if he's good and gets traded before come to the Eagles. Boom, boom, boom. It's the Giants. Okay. I got nothing else.
Another surprise in the draft is Matthew Golden of the Texas Longhorns, wide receiver, was drafted by the Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay picked a receiver
in the first round.
Insane.
It took
the pick was so high because they said wide receiver and then said his name,
yeah,
so they were all like
first time in 22 years.
I don't hate it. Again, I think he's my wide receiver 3. And again, his deep threat, he's going to be such a nasty deep threat for them.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, he can be a wide receiver 1 and not just a deep threat addition. Hopefully, he can really be their wide receiver 1 because they really need one. But yeah, I love the pick for them.
Yep,
it'll be fun.
I respect it. I love it.
Okay.
And that's it for now.
Anything else in the draft you guys want to talk about?
I've got nothing.
Let's see here. Kent, do you want to talk about Colston Loveland going ahead of Tyler Warren?
I mean, I kind of did that. I mean, it's.
Oh, you weren't here.
Yeah, we kind of did that. It was about.
We talked about how.
Yeah.
We did talk about this.
Yeah.
And
Tyler Warren's the better tight end, but Colston Loveland's more like a wide receiver tight end.
He's like, which could be super interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can line him out wide. But yeah, I've already said this already on this pod.
And then Hunter Renfrow signed with the Panthers. Deontay Johnson signed with the Browns.
I literally just went over that.
Okay, we're done then.
The Deontay Johnson part.
Oh,
He just
you
said
want to talk
Deontay
about the
Johnson.
GOAT,
I don't
Hunter
know
Renfro?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a needle mover.
Yep.
Actually, do you guys have any winners or losers of the draft that you want to go over that we haven't already talked about?
The Aints.
Yep.
Yeah, well, they suck. The Patriots killed it.
Oh yeah, Will Campbell.
The Patriots did really good.
Hey Dad, they got a Bass Pro Shop over there behind the stadium.
And some of the losers are the Steelers. What if the Steelers don't get Aaron Rodgers? What the hell is happening?
They've got Mason Rudolph, and
and he's
Kirk Cousins.
They've got Will Howard. They're not taking Kirk. They don't need Kirk.
I don't even hate Will Howard at the pick.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be like
round
a
6
star, but yeah, it's a great. Yeah, like it's a good pick. It's a good value pick. It's a winner.
Yeah.
Any other big losers? Oh, I think another big winner. The Ravens. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Starks and Mike Green. They are going to be disgusting. That's another reason why it's okay to tank this year for you guys, because their defense just got better.
Oh yeah.
Better, way better. Yeah, they're going to be nasty.
They also
picked
also picked a kicker in Tyler Loop.
Oh, they did. That's a
round 6.
Yeah, it seems like just out of that shit. He's leaving.
I mean, I feel like he'll definitely stay on the team, teach Tyler Loop his tricks and whatnot, and obviously.
Well, no. What if he's getting kicked off the team because he might be evil?
True. That's true.
That's why. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Why didn't he pick them? Yeah. Well, he's also falling out with both. Okay.
I'm getting word that my sister saw Charles Grant. He was a Kansas City Chiefs draft pick in the 3rd round, and she met him today, like just now.
Cool.
How?
Okay.
At Lynn
He in Virginia?
Mall.
Or are you talking about? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Where?
He went to William and Mary, and they were at the mall.
Oh.
Yep. Saw him, and he got drafted.
Heard?
Cool.
Pretty cool.
All right.
You guys want to say anything else about this draft? I think it was pretty fun. I didn't hate the coverage. I can't wait. There was drama with Shador. My team picked good. There was a lot of big names. It was a good draft.
Carlos Sanders actually signed undrafted free agent with the Buccaneers. I don't think we went over that. But
I don't think it did. The Bucks had a great draft too.
Oh yeah, Emeka Egbuka. Absolute fire pick. Yep.
I cannot. The NFC South is so fun.
Yep. Tez Johnson in round 7 as well. Officially the lightest wide receiver to be ever to be drafted in the NFL.
Ben, how confident are you winning the division this year?
I was about to say 45%. No, I was about to say 55%, then 60 and 65, 75. I don't know. More confident than not, but I was also more confident than not last year, and then obviously we didn't win. But also Kirk Cousins was playing with an injury that he didn't tell us about, so
he was also
I'd say
rehabbing.
60%.
60%.
What?
You put money on it?
I have, yeah.
Oh, it's bad luck. It's bad karma. Never put money on your own team.
That's my thing. I've got a solid 5%, respectable 5% of us making the playoffs this year.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Falcons. I was like, holy.
Oh no, the Browns.
Yeah, I mean that's not.
I think the Falcons. I think they got 45 from me.
Yeah. From me. Well, so this is how I'm breaking it down. I'm giving 40% to the Bucks, 10% to the Falcons, 40% to the Falcons. 10% of the Panthers, 40% of the Falcons. So it's 40-40-10.
And then
0%
for,
of
yeah.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like that's pretty that lines up. Cool. Anything else in the draft? I feel like I've said that 10 times, but we keep finding things. So
We can talk about the least talked about number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward.
I mean, I think it's because everyone knew it was happening.
Yeah.
And it's the Titans are so fucking boring. So
Yeah.
not super.
I mean,
But we'll see him. We'll see him day one.
His pro comp is Jordan Love. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Our pro comp is Patrick Mahomes, but
Who?
Patrick Mahomes.
For who?
The way he plays, not his actual skill level.
Yeah.
Very different. Again, he improvises when he wants to. He's got great balance, but he's mainly just a passer, a pocket passer.
Yeah.
But he improvises if he needs to. So I again, not the skill level of him, but plays like him.
Yeah.
In the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let go.
NBA.
Yeah. Let's run it.
Yep.
I'll break out the timer. We are running through every single series, 3 minutes per series. But before we get into that, we can have a little more of an extended conversation with the Pacers Bucks. Ben, how are your feelings? I know it's not good.
Rest in peace, Dame. Let's have a moment of silence for Dame, by the way.
Moment of silence for Dame.
Moment of silence for Dame, real quick.
Okay, that's good.
Yep.
So I'm kind of going to relate this to Marvel Rivals.
Oh my god.
You know how when Jeff the Shark uses his ult and he swallows some people, and then his main priority is to jump off a cliff and to bring the others down with him? So that's what I want to do, but just by myself.
Okay.
And this is because our championship window is officially closed. Damian Lillard's going to be 36 years old, coming off a torn Achilles, and he's not going to get back to where he was. And even if he's at 90% of what he was, this team is probably still not going to be an actual contender to beat the Celtics to make the finals and then beat OKC in the finals, whether it's next year, the next 3 years. We would need a complete overhaul and get Giannis a competent team behind him, which is not going to happen. So if Giannis requests a trade, I'd be fine with it, and I'd be rooting for him. But I don't know where you go from here. We signed John Horst, our GM, to an extension literally 2 days before he got injured. So it's gonna be very interesting to see his plan. I'm sure he's gonna work with Giannis to see what he wants.
They're not going to trade Giannis unless he requests it.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see if Giannis is like trade Dame for something else, trade Kuz for something else.
I mean, again, we haven't even. If you're even looking past the Dame injury, Kyle Kuzma was your big here, and he fucking sucks.
Yep.
Yes.
He's so bad. I mean, Chris
We
Middleton
have no draft capital. We have no cap space. We're a small market team.
Actually, I have a question. Who has a worse future, the Bucks or the Sixers?
Bucks.
Obviously, the Bucks.
Really?
Y'all have Maxey, McCain.
Hey, and nothing heard.
Hey.
Nothing was heard.
No,
I personally, I didn't. It was very quiet.
I heard it.
I
heard it loud and clear.
It's a matter on my end.
Damn it.
Damn.
Okay. Well, we have two old fuckers on the roster.
Yeah, but that's okay. I don't know. I wanna quickly interrupt y'all right here, but the Cavaliers are up by 50.
Yeah, we're
in
gonna.
An elimination game. I didn't want to say anything because Bucks Pacers, but like This series is over.
No, we're gonna get to them. We're just gonna finish.
Yeah.
We'll get to that next. We're gonna finish this. This out. Speaking on the series itself, yeah, yesterday was tough.
Hey, I'm not done.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know you weren't done.
So yeah, if I could trade the Bucks roster for the Sixers roster, I definitely would. Like in our draft picks for y'all's draft picks and all that.
Are you not?
Just,
Are you not trading like teams? Are you staying with the Bucks if Giannis leaves?
to be determined. I don't know. I think NBA is one of those. There's like the league where you don't need to have a team. Like Kenneth doesn't have a team, and he still participates in watching the NBA and following. So I think it's more of a have a favorite player than have a favorite team. I'm still gonna like the Bucks, obviously, because I have so much Bucks stuff, and that's been my team for like 7 years now. But
That's kind of how I watch the NFL. I'm a Browns fan, but we suck. Hey.
But I don't know. Only time will tell.
I'm not like these wishy-washy fuckers. I'm a Sixers fan, ride or die.
I mean, yeah. I just don't watch basketball, and I'm not.
No,
super
well,
locked
yeah,
in.
again. You fell in love with Jimmy Butler. He fell in love with Giannis. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's pretty sensible on.
I mean, I just play
Ben,
like
you want to be
Jimmy
a Falcons
Butler.
fan? I mean,
Hawks
Ben,
fan?
you want to be a Hawks fan? Ben, I'm talking to you. He died again.
Ben's gone.
He keeps dying.
Yep.
And Ben's gone.
Yeah.
I think he's answering that question. He said he wants to be a Hawks fan.
Cool. They have Dyson, and they have a good future. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's I'm gonna set this timer on. We're about to jump into this.
Yep. Cavs
Okay.
Heat.
Start off Cavs Heat. The first two games really felt like the Cavs weren't going all out. They had extremely they were playing a lot of players. Their roster, I mean their rotation was not cut down. And then game 3 happened and they wiped the floor with them. And game 4 is currently happening and they're up by, you said 50, Kenneth?
It's currently 72-33 at halftime.
Yeah. Their offense is ridiculous. Again, and actually, before we get into it, got to give credit to the Heat. Davion Mitchell, Andrew Wiggins, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo. Their defensive infrastructure is actually really good, and it gave them problems for the first 2 games. It's just the Cavs are so much better. Darius Garland is one of the best shooters. He has, I'll say it, he has a top 3 to top 1 handle in the NBA right now. He's that good. And the playmaking, the mismatch attacking from Evan Mobley, the depth with you can go Dean Wade, you can go obviously
Ty Jerome.
Ty Jerome, obviously, and I always forget this guy's name. Gosh darn it. I literally say this guy's name all the time. Who's this Virginia guy? The other Virginia guy.
DeAndre Hunter.
Gosh, I keep saying House in my head. I keep saying Daniel House, and I know it's not him because that guy is sucked. Shout out Daniel House. So he was fun on the Sixers at least. But yeah, I don't have much else to say. The Cavs are gonna be. Seems like Cavs Pacers second round series, and that will be fun. You have 2 top offenses against. I mean, the Cavs should probably win that. We'll get to the series predictions later, in like 5 or 6, probably maybe 6 if the Pacers really push them. But yeah, this is the series that the Heat fought, but the Cavs are just they're that team.
Yep.
Okay, let's keep going.
Celtics Magic.
Magic got a game, folks.
Yep.
Magic got a game. It was and I actually, before we get too into it, just speaking on the Magic themselves, their Achilles heel is still their Achilles heel.
Yep.
Their offense sucks, and they might be one of the best Celtics defenders, like teams to defend the Celtics in the entire league.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, they can switch everything, and every single person on the Celtics, if you don't switch everything, they can kill you everywhere. In that game, that the Celtics lost, it was it was impressive. I mean, Paolo has been so good this series. Franz's last 2 games have been fantastic. I will say some big problems. Drew Holiday obviously has been out. Peyton Pritchard has sucked.
Yeah.
Peyton Pritchard has been shockingly bad, and Kristaps Porzingis' shot isn't falling.
Yeah.
So luckily, that's all happening for them this series and not in the future.
I mean, it
but
still
if that
could linger.
The Cavs are going to win. They're going to beat them if Drew stays hurt, Porzingis can't shoot, and Pritchard, 6th man of the year, doesn't like at least raise his level of play. They're not going to win. And but again,
that's
the
why,
thing about them is that they can't turn it on.
That's why the Cavs are gonna win the NBA Finals against the Timberwolves.
Insane.
Yeah, it's not insane.
But
Timberwolves are actually up 3-1. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, Timberwolves are great.
Oh yeah,
we'll get to that.
Pistons Knicks.
I'm not done.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
We got 3 minutes. Sure, we're only 2 minutes in.
Man, I'm sorry.
Speaking more on the Tatum piece,
he's been good.
Yeah. He had a stinker game 1, and so all the Tatum haters came out in robes. But his last 2 games have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, he's so good.
I mean, I'm looking at his stat line. He had 14 rebounds and 17
points.
So
good.
Yeah, he did good.
He's a great playmaker. His scoring is more consistent. He's a cemented top 5 player, and I'm happy that I've not been on the Tatum hate train after the Sixers were actually competing. The last 2 years I've come around to Tatum, but I've not come around to Jaylen Brown. That dude sucks.
Oh yeah.
I'm joking. He's fine. Okay, next series. Let's keep it in the East. Last series in the East. Knicks, Pistons.
Oh yeah.
Pistons have been fighting their ass off, and unfortunately, obviously, we have to talk about it. End of the game, down by 1. First off, Cat makes some of the most crazy shots you'll ever see. Cat absolutely won them the game offensively in the last couple minutes. Unbelievable. But all that doesn't matter because the final shot of the game, Tim Hardaway, corner 3, he was fouled and the refs didn't call it.
Wow.
What is your opinions on this? Was he fouled?
I'm watching it right now. You're watching it right
now?
Yeah, it goes without saying that he was fouled. Even the last 2-minute report said that it should have been called a foul. Yeah. It was so blatant, and I see Knick fans are rebuttaling it by showing the Josh Hart.
Pierre. Oh no, I didn't
blocking
see that.
Foul.
The biggest argument I've seen is that this is a very, very, very physical series. So, no, I'm not even joking. This is what Pierre Andreessen said: that both teams have been fouling each other all day, and that they just consistently called it. But
he's on Marvel Rivals right now.
Who?
Ben is.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
He's okay. I'm in my room. I'm actually locked in. I actually care about the pod, Ben. It's okay though.
Yeah, that's a foul. That's a foul and a half.
No, but genuinely, that's such a stupid argument. It's very different when you're getting fouled when driving to the rim, and when you're just playing defense and setting screens. Rather than when you're shooting a jump shot. Yeah. It is very different. Jump shot is when you're at the most vulnerable in basketball, and when you're getting bumped, it should have been a 3. The series should be 2-2. Yep. And if you look back at past games, in clutch moments, Jalen Brunson has been getting those calls consistently. And unfortunately, the Pistons fall with this one. I was really rooting for them with this one. I still love Cat. I mean, that was such I'm not joking. He shot it over the backboard, fading away, and almost a corner contested 3 down the shot clock to put him up by 1. He went crazy. I really, really like the big bodega. I like the big kitty. But yeah, the Pistons got absolutely screwed. You guys want to say anything else, or want to roll them?
I just want to commend Tim Hardaway because to have the awareness, have the 1,000 IQ play to pump fake with 3 seconds left, knowing that Josh Hart in his mind he's going to be he's going to put this shot up. There's 2 seconds left to pump fake and get him to contact you, and then you go back up, and then for him not to be rewarded with a foul call. I feel so bad for him. I feel so bad for Pistons fans.
I hate it. I really hate it. And I'll be rooting for the Pistons for the rest of the series fully. Because they got absolutely screwed.
Yep, and I hope
over...
whoever wins absolutely steamrolls the Pacers.
No. It's gonna be Cavs Pacers.
Oh, so it's Celtic.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's gonna be Celtics, whoever.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I
you're-
hope the Pacers get steamrolled because they didn't do it obviously after Dame went down, but now I just hate them trash talking even more.
They popped the fuck off. I watched them. I'm sorry. Hey,
Also,
I've been rooting for the Bucks while they're at home. What's up?
freaking Evil Jordan said, if any team can come down from 3-1, it's us.
Evil Jordan
Nobody in this locker room thinks that it's even remotely close to be over the series. In which I guess it's a good thing for them to have that confidence because I'm like as you said, Andrew, the building was empty by the fourth quarter. Everybody left.
That's your second. That's your second best player talking. Eat his words.
Yep.
Good God.
Well,
okay.
Thunder's Grizz.
Time to go over to the bloodbath. The most evil conference ever. Let's start Rockets Warriors.
Thunder's Grizzlies.
Why?
Because
why do you have to start with them?
Because
it's the boring one.
Let's just get out of the way.
The boring one.
Okay. Thunder are disgusting. I understand Ja goes down, but it doesn't fucking matter. They still came back from down 30, mainly because of Alex Caruso and Chet Holmgren actually hit some shots. Alex Caruso, people always argue who won the trade. Alex Caruso, the amount of deflections, steals, defensive plays, diving on the floor, he literally brought them back into the game defensively. It was ridiculous. They held him to 0 points in the last 5 minutes in that game. Mind-boggling defense. They literally do it every single time they play the Grizzlies, where it'll be close, and then the fourth quarter will come, and they'll just I guess we're going to play full-out defense. Lou Dort's disgusting. I don't think he tried to foul. I think there's been a lot of conversations about were these injuries intentional. Obviously, we'll get that to the Rockets Warriors, but Lou Dort is a lot clearer to me that it's not. Men we'll talk about, but yeah, OKC is disgusting. Shea actually got it going the last game. He had 40. Again, his shot just wasn't super falling. He was being really weirdly settling for threes, which he doesn't do a lot. But I mean, I again, they're back full swing. J-Dub had a fantastic offensive series, which is really big for the Thunder long term. They haven't even really cut down the rotation yet, which they won't have to. But when they do, it's not like they'll cut down a rotation. They'll pick and choose who better fits that scenario because they have that many amazing players. And yeah, it's. I mean, again, I said a couple weeks ago, should the Thunder be the clear favorites in the West? And yeah, I'm still sticking with that. They're gonna roll through the West, like I said, even when the West is this good. Want to say anything else about this series?
Nope.
Okay. Rockets Warriors. Wow. Let's start with the Jimmy Butler injury. Kenneth, Ben, is this a dirty play?
Oh yeah, I do want to say one thing about the Grizzlies series.
Oh my God.
Do you see John Morant said that he had them figured out?
Yeah,
that they would have won if he didn't get injured.
He said we're fine in the West, and then they got first rounded.
Well, he also said that 3 years ago.
I know I'm just saying he gives stupid quotes all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaren absolutely monstrous series by him. Just awful Jaren series. Really sucks. I don't know where this team goes in the future. Okay, finally, Rockets Warriors. Was the play that took out Jimmy Butler dirty or not?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think it was super dirty. I think, again, the identity of this Rockets team is to go all out on offensive rebound. So he sees a shot go up. He's kind of falling. There's a little contact with Draymond, and unfortunately, he clips his leg. It sucks. It is aggressive. Dirty and aggressive is different. I still think he should have been at least fouled for it. Nothing he was even called, which I think is a little crazy. But it sucks for Jimmy. Do we know if he's coming back yet?
We don't.
He's confirmed for today.
Oh, he's fine?
Hell yeah.
Yep. They're expecting him to return. But
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking on that, Stephen Curry is still the best point guard. Second, actually, Is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander a point guard or shooting guard? He's a point guard, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Steph Curry is the second best point guard in the league right now.
Valid.
The way
Need Dame to get injured.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I know you are. Seeing his offensive gravity in a game without Jimmy Butler, which I didn't think it was possible for them to win. The way he, again, made shots, came off screens, but drew attention where Gary Payton was able to go off in the end of the fourth quarter and just get literally wide open layups and dunks and wide open shots for everybody. Because you have 2 to 3 eyes, all 5 eyes on Jimmy, but 2 to 3 bodies, on Steph. 2 to 3 bodies on Stephen Curry at all times. And still sometimes he'll pull up. It's ridiculous. I think he had 36 and 12 assists in that game. You see his full offensive capabilities, just insane gravity. He's the best off-ball player of all time. It's not even a question. And quick other shout-outs. Buddy Hield, way to finally hit your shots. Quentin Post didn't score in Game 3, but goddamn did he rebound the ball, which was huge. Draymond Green still made some amazing plays. And Jimmy coming back. I'm excited. How much more time do I have? I have 40 seconds to talk about the Rockets. Jalen Green, 7 points, 39 or something, 9 points. What did I say going into the series? I said that Alperen Sengun and Jalen Green were going to have to be consistently good offensively. Alperen Sengun was good in the first 2 games. Game 3, they both sucked, and that's why they lost. Both of them were bad. Fred VanVleet has also been very bad. You just take him off the court fully. He's not playmaking. He's not playing good defense. He's not shooting well. Put Amen Thompson in there. My time's up. You guys want to say anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Nuggets, Clippers. Series of the year so far. Unbelievable. I've watched every single one of these games. Literally haymakers back and forth. Not prime James Harden, but James Harden getting the rim, step back. His playmaking, unbelievable. Nicholas Batum turning back the clock. I guess he's kind of like Al Horford, but to a lesser degree on the defensive end and just clutch shots. Fourth quarter yelling, "Get the fuck Batum in, please. He's so good." Kawhi Leonard, playoff Kawhi is a thing. He's a top 10 player in the playoffs. He's like Jimmy Butler. It's ridiculous. Again, he literally has one of the most efficient 40 bombs you'll ever see, winning them just game on his back. The way he gets to his spot is ridiculous, and he can still hang his hat on the defensive end, 1-on-1 in clutch scenarios in the fourth quarter. On the Nuggets side, Jamal has been fine. Jokic is still putting up Jokic numbers, and every single one of these games has came down to the wire. You have overtime games. You have one blowout, but it's fine. That was game 3. But the Nuggets turn around, and you have one of the craziest endings of a game ever. You have a footwork for Jokic. You have Zoo putbacks, and then you have, of course, seconds left in the game. Jokic, 2 people on him, chucks up a fadeaway 3, and Aaron Gordon in the dunker spot with 0.4 seconds left. Dunks the alley-oop miss, and it's literally milliseconds away from his hands being on the ball. What a series so far. Series tied 2-2. I can't wait to watch more of this. They're back on tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
You guys want to say anything about this? The buzzer beaters, the insane games, Kawhi, Jokic, the fight.
I think Ben might have something to say on. Oh, never mind.
I made Ben look at the other angles because he did actually get it off.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, well, Ben said he didn't, and I was like, you gotta look at the other angles because the one angle that he looked at, you can't really tell, but yeah, he did get it off. Insane.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Last series. Lakers, Timberwolves. Let's start with the good stuff on the Timberwolves. Julius Randle has been very good.
Yep.
Naz Reid has come up when they need him.
Exactly.
Jaden
Especially
Daniels
late in the game.
What? No, yeah,
Especially
he's been great. Jaden Daniels has had an all-time scoring series for his production level. Anthony Edwards has consistently been the best player on the court. and it fully came to fruition in this most recent game. His playmaking, the fact that he is the best shooter next to Steph Curry in the league right now. Mind-boggling that he just did that over in one offseason. His off-the-dribble shooting from three is ridiculous. His downhill pressure and kicking out game has been fantastic. Their defensive intensity as a whole is still great. Rudy Gobert doesn't even need to be that good for them to win games. All that being said, LeBron is still unbelievable. LeBron is still so good. He literally is giving it his all the last two games, and they could not pull out. They could not pull it out. He had an amazing shooting series in Game 3. I mean, a shooting game in Game 3.
I'll be
He
right back.
got lights out. He kept him in the game, and Luke has been okay. Luke has been fine, but it really comes down to the fourth quarter. He's averaging 5 points on like 20% shooting, and he's not a positive defensively. Him and Austin Reeves, the series is on them. I think a lot of people going into the series were thinking about who can create better clutch offense because all these games are going to come down to like it's going to be a close game every time. And a lot of people like it's LeBron and Luka and Austin Reeves. They're going to have the better clutch offense. Not even remotely. Anthony Edwards has been nailed in the clutch, and that is the reason that they are up 3-1. Also, the Lakers don't have a defensive center, which really screws them.
Oh yeah.
So and Luka also, again, has been bad in the clutch because he is still coming off an injury and he's still not fully conditioned. He's tired in the fourth, but so is Braun. Braun is still making defensive plays. Like he's 40 years old and he's been better than Luka, I would argue, because of how good he's been on the defensive end. Braun's been the best player in this series for the Lakers, in my opinion, and that's the main catalyst on why they aren't winning. Luka has to be the best player in these series, and Austin Reeves has also just sucked.
Yeah.
The defensive, like the size and the pressure and the switching that every single player on the Timberwolves gives them, even DiVincenzo has given him fit. He cannot get his offensive game rolling, and yeah, just you really see the talent disparity when you go even two men deep on the Timberwolves versus the Lakers, and that's why the Timberwolves are up 3-1. Better clutch offense by Ant than Luka, which I was not accounting for. That was not how the last series went, and that's not how Luka's been historically. And yeah, just a better overall team. All games have been great though. Lakers have literally been in these. These teams are so close, and I think we're going to see it next year. But again, I said this before. The West 2 through 7 are like neck and neck, every single one of them. And that's why all these series are going to be so good. And yeah, that's all I got on the NBA, folks. Ben, before we roll out of here into the MLB, I hear you have a quiz for us?
Yeah, I had one for the NFL and we forgot to do it, so.
We can still do all
Okay,
of them.
well, let's do it right now.
Yep. All right, so the quiz
Do I need a
is.
scoreboard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just explain it.
I'm going to do the same thing we did last time when we did top selling jerseys. It's the top 10 best selling jerseys from the 2025 NFL draft per NFL shop. And so I'm going to do it where if you get the number 1 jersey, you only get 1 point, but if you get number 10, you get 10 points. So you want to try to get the harder top 10, like the fringe guys.
Yeah.
And we'll just go back and forth, and then once you guys start losing your head of steam, then I'll start giving y'all hints for the guys. But
So top 10 from the draft.
yeah, jersey sales. Who wants to start? How should we decide? I'm thinking of a number 1 through 10.
6.
9.
It was 7. So Kenneth, you go first.
Yes. I mean, I gotta go. I mean, I want to go. I just want to get points on the board. Let's go, Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter is number 1. You get 1 point.
Yep. I respect.
I'm trying to get these points down low. Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart is number 6.
Okay. Yeah, I was like thinking about I'm thinking about the big offensive players.
Okay. Ashton Genty.
That's such a good pick.
Ashton
I forgot
Genty is number 4.
Oh.
Fuck. I mean, if uh,
You could go
probably
with
not him.
You could go with the easy one.
I'm thinking of.
Or you could go with the hard one. You want the
let's
risk?
try Abdul.
Abdul Carter is number 7, right under Jackson Dart.
Defensive player, not as high.
Yep.
Let's go with the man of the entire draft, Cam Ward.
Cam Ward's number 2.
Yep.
What'd you say? I got kicked out.
Cam Ward is number 2.
So,
Cameron Ward.
where was he?
2.
Higher. Let's think of other ones. Pettigrew and McMillan.
Tedero McMillan is number 5.
Okay. Oh wow, that's higher than I thought.
Yeah. Huh. Matthew Golden.
Ooh, what a snipe. Number 8.
Freddie existed.
Oh, shit.
Who went top 5? Who went top 10?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Mason.
5, 6, 7, 8. 3-point game here
Will
right
Howard. Who else exists?
So I'm just going to go through it. Y'all have number 1, Travis Hunter. Number 2, Cam Ward. You have number 4, Genty. Number 5, Tet. Number 6, Dart. Number 7, Abdul. Number 8, Matthew Golden. And y'all are missing number 3,
3, 9, and 10.
8. Wait, 3, 9, and 10. Yes.
Yep.
Trying to think of big teams. Shador Sanders.
Fuck. God damn it. No.
Shador Sanders is the number 3 spot.
Ooh.
Insane. Yeah.
What the hell?
Why
is he up there?
Because he's the most hyped prospect.
I know, but he went in the 5th round.
Imagine he doesn't even make the roster.
He will.
He will. No, it's not be ridiculous. Okay,
Well.
keep rolling.
Yep. 9 and 10, the 2 most
what?
Valuable ones, point-wise.
Do you want to give us hints? Because I think Kenneth went first, so we've already rounded about.
First, yeah. We just have the last 2.
They're both first-round picks.
Okay, that's a good hint.
Yeah. Yeah. So we went Cam, we went Travis, we went Abdul. I don't think Will Campbell's gonna get up there. I don't know if he'll go up there. Oh my god. Let's go with the best tight end in the draft, Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren is number 9.
Fuck yeah.
A good guess.
I'm up by 3 now. If you get this, you win.
No, I don't know what it is. Michael.
No, sir.
Do we get
I was thinking San Fran's the big San Bay.
Do we get another hint?
No.
No? Okay. Well, I mean, I'll do it. Let's go with the other tight end, Colston Loveland.
Colston Loveland is number 10.
Yeah,
Wow.
baby! Oh, let's go. Big boom.
So, also, fun fact, the jerseys went on sale when they were drafted, not all at once. So Shador
So Shador's
Sanders'
that high?
jersey, yeah, went on sale 2 days after everybody else, and is still number 3.
That's awful. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Heard.
I sniped him. I locked in. I won that 34-21.
Heard.
For the scoreboard keepers.
MLB time?
And an NBA quiz.
Do we have
Oh,
one?
no.
No?
No, we don't. I just put NBA under both to make sure we did it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, MLB time.
Yep.
All right. So, something happened over the past few days. Obviously, we went over a week. MLB time. We're going to go over the quick little standings. I have to real quick. 1 second about that. But instead, we're going to go over what happened. Over the weekend, Eugenio Suarez became the 19th player in MLB history to hit 4 home runs in a game. That's pretty cool, right?
A lot.
Yes.
It's rare. Rare occurrence. And to be the 19th player of all time, like in MLB history, to have 4 home runs in a game. Just like my Road to the Show character balls out every time.
Same shit.
But yeah, that's realistically all that happened over the weekend. Sorry for a really action-packed MLB episode or segment.
Is that it?
No, we got. I'm going over the standings, and then I'm going over some extra stuff, and then my little top 5 power or my big changes in my power rankings that I did earlier. So I'm just gonna go over like the big, like the top like 5, like top 15, top 10 MLB standings. New York Mets are currently the number 1 team in the MLB at 20-9, and then the Giants in second, Tigers in third, tied with the Dodgers. Yankees, Padres are also tied. Cubs are 17-12. Mariners are 16-12. Reds, Diamondbacks, Guardians, Phillies, Rangers, Red Sox, Astros. Those are about the top 15-ish teams currently. It's all pretty even distributed. Like every team is almost 500 currently, except for the top dogs, obviously. But yeah, most teams are 500 or below, and that's gonna make really great. Obviously, we're super early in the season, and the Braves are actually doing good. All right. This is for my fantasy baseball folks. If you have Tyler Glass now, there's concerns about him. He is hurt and should be hopefully okay. It's his shoulder, obviously, blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. That's about it. I came across this article while you were talking about NBA because I was looking for something to talk about in the MLB segment, and it was MLB's 2025 April All-Stars and biggest early disappointments. It's kind of like what I did with my team's disappointments, but you know, it's actual players and actual people that will, actually are. This is their job to do that. David Schoenfield, shout out to him for this article. Today, this morning at 7 a.m. I'm just going to read this part and then I'm just going to go based off position because that's how it's labeled. It has been a frenetic first month of baseball. So far in the 2025 MLB season, we have seen a 4-team race brewing in the National League West. Aaron Judge chasing 400. New York Mets winning their winning with their pitching. Aaron Judge chasing a 400 batting average, by the way. The Los Angeles Dodgers looking unbeatable for 8 games and then very, very beatable thereafter. A Chicago Cubs team featuring a high-powered offense and a breakout star, and a number of elite closers suddenly unable to get an out. Let's go through the majors and pick our April All-Stars as well as a player to watch and an early disappointment at each position. So for catcher, he has an under All-Star Cal Raleigh of the Seattle Mariners. Obviously signed a 6-year, $105 million extension before opening day, keeping him in Seattle. The Dodgers' Will Smith has the higher average and on-base percentage, but Raleigh has the better power production with 10 home runs, including a strength of 6 home runs in 6 games that helped the Mariners break out of a slow start. He's so valuable to the Mariners that he has started every game, 21 at catcher and 7 at designated hitter. Raleigh has also has to contend with a tough home park in his career. He has homered 64 times on the road compared to 39 at home, and blah blah blah. Fuck. Step. All right. A player to watch is Carson Kelly of the Chicago Cubs. This category should focus on a young player, but the 30-year-old Kelly is hitting 341 batting average. I believe that's slugging and then OPS, which is slugging at .517 and slugging or OPS at .854 with 6 home runs and 18 RBIs after signing with the Cubs. He leads all major leaguers with at least 50 plate appearances in OPS. What stands out is an incredible ratio of 15 walks to just 5 strikeouts as he has suddenly stopped swinging at pitches out of the zone. 4th lowest chase rate. He can't keep hitting like this, of course, but he and Miguel Amaya have combined for 31 runs and 29 RBIs. And now a big disappointment early on is Adley Rutschman of the Baltimore Orioles. Am I getting a 6-minute warning? Rutschman hasn't been terrible, but after homering twice on opening day, his bat has been pretty quiet as he's struggling to keep his batting average over the Mendoza line with a .209 average. And first base all-star is Pete Alonso. And a player to watch, there's 2, and it's Nick Kurtz. They just called him up a few days ago, or like over the week, and Tyler Soderstrom of the Athletics. A big disappointment, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Toronto Blue Jays. There are many first basemen having worse starts than Guerrero. However, when you sign a $500 million contract, the pressure to put up big numbers increases exponentially, and 2 home runs and 12 RBIs per month isn't going to cut it. The good news is Guerrero got off to a similarly slow April last season before hitting over 300 in each of the final months of the regular season. Now for second base, Brendan Donovan of the St. Louis Cardinals. He's had a really good start to the season. And it gives him the edge over the ex-teammate Tommy Edman, who has 8 home runs for the Dodgers, but a sub 300 OBP, which is on base plus slugging, or on base percentage. A player to watch is Christian Campbell of the Boston Red Sox, the number 26 overall prospect entering 2025. And a disappointment is Marcus Semien of the Texas Rangers. He has gone through these types of spells before. Remember, in his first year in Texas in 2022, he began the season without a home run in 43 games. But when you're 34 years old, slumps take on a different view. His bat speed metrics are stable, although already on the slow side, and it looks like he has hit into some bad luck, but the Rangers obviously need Semien to turn things around. Third base, Alex Bregman is the all-star of the Boston Red Sox. Absolute dog. He's playing amazing. Players to watch is Junior Caminero. He just got called up. He's one of their fastest guys, I believe. That's their guy. That's the guy. I don't know. Who knows? And a disappointment is Andrews, Alec Boehm of the Philadelphia Phillies. Ouch. Yeah. With Boehm still searching for his first home run and generally not getting on base, he has been moved down to the bottom of the lineup. If he doesn't figure things out, you wonder whether President of Baseball Operations Dave Dombrowski will consider an upgrade at the trade deadline. Say Nolan Arenado, which would be really good. Shortstop, all-star is Bobby Witt Jr., Kansas City Royals. This is a coin flip between Witt and the Mets' Francisco Lindor, but we'll go with Witt, who is a little bit better on the bases and in the field. In the field. A player to watch is Jacob Wilson of the Athletics. And the disappointment is Willy Adames of the San Francisco Giants. Gunnar Henderson of the Baltimore Orioles is worth mentioning here too, but his slow start can perhaps be attributed to missing spring training because of an intercostal strain and not having any reps when he returned from the injured list. Adames has no such excuse after signing his $182 million free agent contract this past offseason, but he has been bad at the plate and even worse in the field. With the worst defensive metrics of any shortstop, it has been only a month, but Adames was always a risky signing. The power should eventually land, but if the defense doesn't turn around, the Giants will still have a shortstop problem. In left field, all-star Stephen Kwan of the Cleveland Guardians. I'm not going over that. Players to watch is James Wood. James Wood is, I'm going to glaze him for a second. James Wood, one of the best players in MLB right now to watch. He is on the Washington Nationals. He plays the outfield. If you want a player to watch personally, he is a guy that will entertain you every game. I believe one of the games a few games ago, he was batting and he batted like 4 for 4 with like doubles and whatnot. And he's insane. And he has a high ground ball rate and almost all his damage has come against fastballs. If he can learn to more consistently get the ball in the air and make the adjustments against breaking balls, he'll have a 50 homer potential, and he's almost already at a 50 homer potential. I believe he's at a 30, maybe 40 home run potential. The disappointment is Jonathan India of the Kansas City Royals and whatnot. Center field, all-star Pete Crow Armstrong of the Chicago Cubs. Players to watch, Jung-Hoo Lee of the San Francisco Giants. He's really good, I'm not going to lie. Disappointment is Luis Robert Jr. of the Chicago White Sox. Ugh. Robert is not going anywhere in a trade if he continues to hit 100 or 152. He is walking more, but that hasn't yet led to improvement offense or a lower strikeout rate. Batting 152 is the worst you could possibly do. And second to last is right field, all-star Aaron Judge, New York Yankees. And it's been the best position in the majors so far entering Sunday. Judge, Fernando Tatis, Corbin Carroll, and Kyle Tucker all ranked in the top 6 in Fangraphs WAR, which is wins above replacements. Among position players, while Wilyer Abreu also ranked in the top 10 in Baseball Reference in WAR, but when you're hitting 406 like Judge is, yeah, you get the nod. Players to watch, Tatis, San Diego Padres, and the disappointment, can y'all guess who it is?
Nope.
I don't know.
It's Juan Soto of the New York Mets. Soto has been okay, but as is the case with Guerrero, we expect greatness. Soto is producing a career high ground ball rate, which helps explain the lack of power so far. He goes through these spells. In 2023, he hit 202 in April and 219 in August. So this isn't necessarily the pressure of the big contract in quotations situation. He'll get going at some point. Now, designated hitter is All-Star Marcell Ozuna, Atlanta Braves. For the player to watch, it's Ben Rice of the New York Yankees. And the disappointment is Yordan Alvarez of the Houston Astros. It's unusual to see a hitter this good have a month this bad. There's nothing that pops up in the metrics other than his hard hit rate being down. Alvarez just hasn't been squaring the ball up like he usually does. It has been a bit of a team-wide issue for the Astros as Yainer Diaz and Christian Walker are also struggling, and even Jose Altuve is way down. For starting pitcher, I'm just going to go over him. I'm not going to explain anything. For the All-Stars, Hunter Brown of the Houston Astros. Players to watch is Max Meyer of the Marlins. Disappointment at Aaron Nola of the Phillies. He's 0 for 5 with a 5.4 ERA. That's really bad. I just wanted to point that out. The relief pitcher, All-Star is Robert Suarez of the San Diego Padres. Players to watch is Randy Rodriguez of San Francisco Giants. Disappointment is Devin Williams of the New York Yankees. Well, you can't help but to wonder whether Alonso broke Williams with that home run in last October's wildcard series between the Brewers and Mets. Williams has been basically unhittable for the past 5 years, but in his first season with the Yankees, he's giving up hits, walking everyone, and has allowed 12 runs in 8 innings. That's all I got. That's it. That's it from that.
Heard. All right.
Woo! Woo! That was a lot.
Ready to get out of here?
You guys want to do anything else, or do you want to roll it?
The quiz, right?
No, there's no other quiz.
It was only NFL quiz.
Oh, I thought it was a quiz for everything. Okay, never mind.
No.
Somebody from Taste said Rivals is boring without playing ranked because without ranked it doesn't feel like he's really playing for anything. How do y'all feel about that? Do you think Rivals can be boring without playing for something, as in playing
all
ranked?
video games?
I mean, yeah.
No, I don't care. I try to win no matter what.
I mean, you just gotta respect the grind, and some people just don't respect the grind enough to.
Well, I guess if they don't feel like they're moving after a win or they're losing anything after a loss, then I guess they need to see something immediate. I'm pretty pissed off or happy if I win already.
Yeah, like
I don't need ranked.
I mean, I see improvement in playing the game is like kind of like ranking up personally. Like I rank myself personally up by being better, getting better.
All right, this is for our viewers. This is real.
Oh my
God.
We
get 20 views on this, we will do a Marvel Rivals trio gameplay with the Tastebuds podcast playing some Marvel Rivals. So if you want to see that, get this to 20 views and we'll do that.
Oh my god. I'd love it.
And we're out of here.
10 views or 10 or 20, I'm sorry.
20.
Have we ever gotten 10?
I don't think we've got 5.
No, but let's at least make it semi-realistic then. Let's do 10.
10 views, and we'll do a Marvel Rival video.
Hell yeah!
Smash that view button. If you want it enough, you can literally just watch it 10 times on your computer. It'll take like 5 minutes.
That is such a good point.
We're doing 5 views?
No, I'm
10.
I said it'd take 5 minutes for one person to just view this 10 times.
I mean, the most views we've got is 54, but that was our very first one.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's crazy.
The most recent
2 hours of watch time.
Might have been me. Who knows?
That's a good point. Oh gosh.
Our latest one had 2 views and average duration of 12 seconds.
Wow.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Well.
Yep.
Let's wrap it up. I say.
Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Tastebuds podcast. And as always, remember to have a very tasty day.
Stay